What's going on, my lovelies? It's Kyle here. So I want to direct this video primarily for the empaths out there. This is for you. My message for you empaths is beware of narcissists. Once again, empaths, beware of narcissists. Now, why am I directing this message? Why am I telling you all to be wary of narcissists out there? Well, simply put, empaths have a tendency to be narcissist magnets. And here's why. Many of you, due to your heightened empathic nature, are very much givers, very much understanding of other people and their situations, what they're going through, etc., and on and on. Guess what? Guess what aspect of the population loves givers, loves people that are so selfless, loves people that might not have ironclad boundaries, who might not necessarily stick up for themselves as much as they should. Narcissists, the takers. They love that. They love that you empathize with them. They love that you put their needs before yours. They love that you always reassure them. They love that you're always nice. They love that you will feed their sense of grandiosity, superiority, etc. Now, before I start describing narcissists, if you're unaware, I got some bullet points from Mayo Clinic, their website. These aren't, if you want to get very specific, you can go and research the DSM-5 criteria. But once again, these are, I think, some of their own adaptations that are based off the DSM criteria for a narcissist. So here we go. So if you're unsure, a narcissist, or as a reminder, narcissists have an unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require constant excessive admiration. They're very needy. They need attention. They need admiration. They need the spotlight on them. They need to be heard all the time. Okay? They feel as if they deserve privileges and special treatment, so they tend to be very entitled individuals. They feel more special. Even if they're not deserving of this treatment, they're going to seek it out. They're going to make it known that they're special and they deserve this. They're entitled to it. It's an unhealthy sense of entitlement. They expect to be recognized as superior even without achievements. In many cases, they can be very, very delusional individuals. They might see themselves in a higher light, being better at things than they actually are. They need to feed the sense of superiority and grandiosity and that they are better than others. In many cases, they are very, very, very delusional. Yet they'll sit there with the utmost confidence. So, good thing to be aware of. Let's see, that's a little redundant. So they can be critical of and look down on people that they feel are not important. So they like to mingle and act as if they are in the higher echelons of society. And if they don't see you as being at the higher echelon of society or somebody that is worthy of attention, they'll just scoff at you in many cases. Some will, And just to be clear that all of these tendencies don't necessarily align, don't necessarily apply, but many of them do, especially as you get higher and higher along the narcissistic spectrum. They exhibit more and more of these patterns and behaviors. They take advantage of others to get what they want. Very important. Narcissists in many cases will view you as extensions of themselves to make sure that their unhealthy needs are met. Their narcissistic needs are met, which are very, very unhealthy. And it's not your responsibility to feed them these needs, this reassurance, this attention, on and on. And here we go. This is a very important point, which I'll bring back in to the whole discussion. They have an inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. So, in other words, they aren't very good at empathizing with others. And this is another thing. Sometimes they are not very gifted at empathy, but in many other cases, they choose not to empathize. So it's both. In many cases, they might have a difficult time empathizing, but they also might willingly choose not to empathize. Because when they do empathize, that means they're putting the attention on you. That means they are truly listening to you. That means they're not self-centered, which they have a difficult time doing. Okay, so, and here we go. Many people, you have the saying opposites attract, and that is true in many circumstances. And it is also true in the case of empaths and narcissists, or those who have heightened narcissistic characteristics. So, since empaths have higher empathy and narcissists have lower empathy, they come together. They balance each other out. But once again, as empaths, as more sensitive, giving creatures and people, it's very important that you balance yourself out, that you develop healthy boundaries, that you learn to say no, that you don't enable narcissists, and even beyond that, people who have heightened narcissistic tendencies. It's very important. So I want you all to be aware of narcissists and the fact that many of you will attract narcissists. Many, many, many. And this is why on this channel, so many of my videos are focused on empowering you, are focused on developing healthy boundaries, are focused on developing healthy defense mechanisms to protect you from other people taking advantage of your kindness, of your good, giving heart. So please, save your heart, save your empathy, save your goodness for those who deserve it. Now, are narcissists deserving? To an extent, yes. Sometimes they are. Especially if you're in a profession where, you need to help narcissists. You work. You serve them in some way. We also need to help narcissists. And I have a lot of compassion for them. A lot of them go through very traumatic childhoods, which is why they develop such a delusional sense of reality and sense of themselves. They need to feed that insecurity that a lot of them have. So, but that doesn't mean you should sync up with them. That doesn't mean in your personal life you should give them the attention and effort and energy. And if you can, steer completely clear if you sense somebody. If you feel it in your gut, you feel an intuition, this person might be a narcissist, steer clear. Put your energy into those who are deserving. Put your energy in people who also fill you up, who don't drain you, who don't take and take and take. Find relationships, put your energy into healthy, balanced relationships. Okay? But once again, empaths, beware of narcissists. Be on the lookout. You might already have some in your life, and that's okay if you want to keep them. But I urge you, if you're at this point in your life, if you sense somebody with highly narcissistic characteristics and traits, steer clear. Be wary of them. And put your energy into those who are deserving. I'll leave it there. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you're at in the world. Until next time.